It is Tuesday, which of course means it's time for me to answer the questions that you guys send in each and every single week at the BrendenPlayz forums at BrendenPlayz.com/forums or in the YouTube comment section down below. This is the big show coming off WrestleMania 31 and of course the Raw after WrestleMania as well. Huge weekend in wrestling, the biggest weekend in wrestling all year. It's been a great WrestleMania. I thought the Raw after WrestleMania was pretty good as well. I had a really good time. We had a big chat going on the forums all weekend, and we had a lot of good discussion, and everybody was getting pretty pumped and pretty hyped about it. WrestleMania started at 7 o'clock in the morning for me, so it was a bit of an early morning, but it was definitely worth waking up for. I thought the whole show, top to bottom, was a lot of fun, and I certainly really enjoyed it, and I had a good time. And we're going to talk about everything to do with WrestleMania today. We'll talk about the Raw after Mania as well. Lots of returns, some debuts, so some discussion and some analysis on pretty much everything to do with the recent events in wrestling. So let's get straight into it. First up is from Ryan the Infinite. What are your opinions on the WrestleMania results? Really, I had a couple of problems with a few matches, but overall, I'm pretty okay with it. I didn't like Big Show winning the Battle Royal. I don't think anybody really liked Big Show winning. It would have been pretty cool to see Damien Sandow kind of slay the beast in a way, like slay the giant, I should say. That would have been pretty cool to see Sandow actually get that win, or Mizdow, whatever. So that was pretty disappointing to see Big Show win. It was just kind of like a throwaway win, like nobody really cared. It doesn't really mean anything. So the trophy so far for Andre is really struggling, for credibility. Cesaro, we all thought, okay, here we go, Cesaro, here we go, and it just didn't happen. And Big Show, well, nothing's going to change, and nothing did change. They mentioned it like once, and it was just in a throwaway six-man tag tonight. So just nothing's changing, and that's just a little disappointing there. Would have liked to have seen Sting win. I would have really liked to have seen Sting get that great moment, and I felt happy for Sting as a fan, watching him being able to wrestle in front of that huge crowd. And this is a guy who's been wrestling for years and years and years, but for the last 15 years he's been wrestling in front of like 300 people. Like the biggest crowd he's seen is like 2,000 people, and they draw bigger than that for NXT. So it's great to see Sting wrestling in front of a huge crowd. Would have liked to seen him beat Triple H, because I don't think Triple H really needs to win. I mean, Triple H wasn't even on. I don't even think he was on Raw tonight. So that just goes to show, how meaningless that win actually was. I thought Rusev, it would have been nice to see him win, but I knew Cena was going to win. So going into it, I knew, and I didn't really want Daniel Bryan to win either, but going into it, I kind of knew that was going to go down. So other than that, those really, Sting and Big Show, I don't really mind. So overall, pretty happy, and the WrestleMania main event, Rollins walking away as champion, I thought that was perfectly executed, and I'm okay with Rollins being the champion right now. I was a little hesitant. I wasn't really in favor for it, but seeing him with the championship and seeing what they did with it, I'm okay with that. So overall, I'm pretty happy with WrestleMania results. Next one's from Bashka. What do you think about WWE taking Adrian of Adrian Neville's name? I was in favor for them taking Antonio off Cesaro and Alexander off Rusev, Langston off Big E. I was like, oh, okay, whatever. But I think Adrian kind of suits Adrian Neville. Neville just kind of seems to me like, I'm not really in favor for it. I don't know. I think Adrian Neville has a better ring to it. And just Neville's just like, I don't know. It just doesn't really scream like main event. Like, I think Balor for Finn Balor would be better, not Finn Balor. I think if they were going to drop a name, drop the Finn off Balor. But Adrian off Neville, I would have just kept it as is. I wouldn't have messed with that. Another one from Ryan the Infinite. What do you think about Rollins cashing in on the main event? Would you consider it to be the best cash-in ever? Well, we just touched on it briefly, but I thought it was perfectly done. I honestly thought that was fantastic. I didn't see it coming, and, I was watching the match going, oh, where's this going to go? Like, both men are down. Can Lesnar get to the cover? And then all of a sudden the music hits. I didn't even have the thought of Seth Rollins cashing in my mind, so that was a huge shock. And to turn it into a triple threat as well, I don't think that's ever been done either, so that was awesome. Best cash-in ever. I think certainly it's got to be up there. I mean, you cash in at WrestleMania in front of 70,000 people. It doesn't get much better than that in the main event of WrestleMania. So, in the grand scheme of things, that was a very well executed plan, and really the WWE had backed themselves into a corner. You know, in the end, I guess, do you want to have Brock Lesnar being a part-time champion? I don't know. You know, I think that kind of has played out now. Do you want Roman Reigns to be the champion, even though we don't know if he's ready or not? I don't know. But then you have Seth Rollins, you have him cash in without affecting Roman Reigns, without affecting Brock Lesnar, and he gets the title. You know, Brock Lesnar is still unbeatable. Roman Reigns put up a huge fight. You know, he doesn't win the title, but the fans, they get a bit more respect for him. At least I certainly did. So I think it was just overall perfect cash-in. So in the grand scheme of things, you know, kayfabe and, you know, outside of kayfabe, possibly one of the best cash-ins, if not the best cash-in I've seen. This was from Joe Meister. What did you think about Big Show winning the Battle Royal? We talked about that. But Mizdow turning on The Miz. So Big Show winning was obviously a downer, but Mizdow turning on The Miz, that was, you know, inevitable. I think that was going to happen, and, you know, I thought they did it pretty well. I'm surprised they kind of had, like, Big Show just kind of waiting there, just like, you know, I'm surprised the Big Show just didn't, like, throw them both over at the same time. Like, it was kind of cool, though. Like, they eliminated everybody. Now it's just them versus the Big Show. Here we go. Let's team up. Get the Big Show out, and then you're going to throw yourself over, and I'm going to win it kind of thing. And Mizdow was just like, nah, that's not happening. You know, I'm going to throw you over, and then I'll go with the Big Show myself. So it was kind of cool. Pretty well done. Obviously, it's going to lead to a match at Extreme Rules, I think. And hopefully they don't just have like one match and just leave it there, because I feel as though Mizdow, I kind of fear for Mizdow. He's over, but can he remain over? I mean, he is a great worker, don't get me wrong, but can he stay over without the Miz? Because he doesn't have that guy that people hate. They kind of quote unquote keep him relevant. You know, so the Mizdow character is obviously going to have to be dropped. He's obviously going to have to change his character, because he can't just keep walking out as the Miz every single week. He's going to have to reinvent himself. So I worry about Mizdow. Can he reinvent himself? And will the crowd accept him as a new top babyface, you know, in the mid-card that can possibly be a mid-card champion and then even move up the card? So I don't know. I kind of fear for Mizdow. He has a great mic ability, though. So if they give him the mic, you know, make him that sympathetic babyface, I think it could work. So I do fear for it, but I think Mizdow turning on the Miz is definitely the way to go, and it was the right time to do it. This next one is from PWG Enigma. What did you think about Brock Lesnar's Rampage on Raw? Also, who will face Seth next? Reigns, Brock, or Randy? Well, the Rampage was awesome, but, you know, it did leave, like, I'll get to it in a second, but it did leave me going, what the hell is going on with this announce team? Because all night it was Byron Saxton, who, by the way, himself as a solo was absolutely dreadful. That was some of the worst commentating I've ever seen. Never been happy to see the King come out and commentate in my life. Anyways, back to the Rampage. You know, which by the way, like, why didn't they turn the table over after the Rampage and fix that up? It's beyond me. Anyways, Brock Lesnar's Rampage was great. He took out J&J, and then he F5'd Michael Cole. That was amazing. Like, I was like, holy shit, is he F5'ing Michael Cole right now? I did not expect that. I thought, okay, he'll throw a few things around, he'll walk away. But no, he went the extra step. You know, he F5'd Michael Cole, turned the table onto, you know, the King and Booker, which, by the way, those guys have been wrestlers for 20 years. Why are they down for 15 minutes after that? Like, you know, come on, whatever, but it's wrestling. So, yeah, the F5 to Michael Cole was like, holy shit. Then he got the cameraman and F5'd him after Stephanie said no. So that was just a really well done segment. Brock Lesnar looks like an absolute beast, and to me, I don't know, it seemed like that was like a babyface kind of segment. Also, he did kind of F5. He hurt the announce team, F5 Michael Cole. So Brock Lesnar's definitely a tweener right now anyways, in my mind. But it's just going to set up to what is going to be a huge match, Lesnar and Seth Rollins, and that's going to be great. I don't see Lesnar coming back until about SummerSlam, though. I actually thought it would be Lesnar, Reigns, Rollins at Extreme Rules, so obviously that's not going to happen now, so I don't see Lesnar back until maybe SummerSlam. But the next opponent, well, it could be Reigns and Orton in a triple threat, or it could be just Orton and Rollins in a singles match, so I don't know. But, yeah, so either way, like, either one of those match types I'd be pretty happy to see, and I really enjoyed their Orton's and Rollins match at WrestleMania. I think they could do a lot better with it. So I think at Extreme Rules, given a bit more time, I think it'd be even better. So I'd be happy to see that. And, you know, you throw Reigns in there, make a triple threat, it'd be a great match. So either way, I'm pretty happy. This one's from Bailey14. What did you think about Undertaker and Sting's performances, and do you think they could get one more match against each other at WrestleMania 32? Well, you know, they had Sting come out on Raw, and, you know, he said pretty much nothing, but, you know, he said, if the WWE give me another chance, you know, then I'll take it. And Undertaker wasn't anywhere to be seen tonight, so I don't know about the Undertaker and Sting, but I thought Sting was pretty good at WrestleMania. I thought he held up his own. I think Triple H was kind of injured, so, you know, you can see his leg, you know, he had a huge bruising on his leg. So I think they kind of altered the match to work around Triple H's limited ability, you know, so I think overall the match was pretty good. I enjoyed it. I thought Sting was great. So I think Sting, you know, for what it was a Legends match, you know, and it was never going to be that 5-star technical classic. So if you went into that match thinking Sting's going to do all this crazy shit, then you're an idiot. But for what it was well done, and it was probably better than what I expected from Sting. You know, he jumped off the top rope too, you know, did the splash. You know, he was fine. He was good. So I thought Sting, his performance was good. Undertaker's performance, I think, you know, Bray Wyatt was never going to give him that 5-star match. I think Undertaker needed somebody like a CM Punk, somebody like, you know, a Triple H, you know, a Shawn Michaels, someone of that caliber to get that all-time classic. You know, that's why I didn't think Brock Lesnar and Undertaker was ever going to be that great, because I just think the mismatch in styles didn't really work. And Bray Wyatt, I haven't really seen a good match from him yet, you know, so I haven't really been impressed in his in-ring work. His promo is fantastic, but his in-ring work has never really impressed me, so I never really expected much from The Undertaker in that match. So I still think they should do Undertaker and Sting. That's just me. I think it'd be a dream match. A lot of people still want to see it. Why not? Give it 15 minutes at WrestleMania 32. Come on, why not? You know, it'd be just a good feel match, and it'd be a WrestleMania moment that they'd like to keep hammering on about every 5 minutes at WrestleMania. Joe Levy, he asked, who do you think will be in the usual roster cut? Well, that's definitely coming up. I would say, personally, I would cut Los Matadors. I think they add absolutely nothing. I just think that act is done. They've tried many things with them. They've never gotten over. They're done. I think Fandango might be in trouble as well. He's been around for quite a while. You know, he's a flash in the pan for a little bit, but never really amounted to anything, and he's been doing nothing forever. Personally, I'd love to see Adam Rose get fired too. That's just me. I think you could repackage Adam Rose, though, into something, but I really don't want to see it. As much as I don't like to say it, I think Zack Ryder could be in some trouble too. I think the primetime players will be okay, but other than that, I don't really see too many else going. I think you might see some NXT guys get cut that are useless, and, you know, any divas maybe. I don't know. Like, hopefully they don't get rid of Emma or anything like that. I wouldn't mind seeing them get rid of Cameron. I mean, she sucks, but, you know, whatever. So I don't think any of the divas are going to get cut. So I think just the guys that I said there are probably in a little bit of jeopardy. But I think personally, if you got rid of the Matadors, I think they'd be enough anyway. So I think that there's not really that many guys on the roster that are absolutely dreadful. They got rid of a lot of that crap last year, and they haven't really hung on to too many bad guys. So I don't think there'd be that many that would have to go. Push Me, he asks, what was your favourite match going into the show? And then after the show, your favourite. He's talking about WrestleMania. So going into the match, I thought the ladder match would probably be the best one. But I was really looking forward to seeing Seth Rollins and Randy Orton. But I also knew that the main event was going to be good. I've said on here that I thought the main event was going to be great. I had no problem with Reigns in ring work. I thought he would be fine. And the match, him and Lesnar, was fantastic. That was my match of the night. Absolutely brilliant. Even if without the cash-in, I still thought that was match of the night. I still thought those two guys beat the crap out of each other. It felt like a big main event feel fight. It felt, you know, like these guys were legitimately trying to beat the shit out of each other. Lesnar was cut open. Reigns was bleeding in the mouth. You know, these guys were just throwing these haymakers at him, and they were just giving each other everything they had. And Reigns would be smiling when, you know, when he was getting beat up. Lesnar was just like, what the hell? Why isn't this guy going down? And he just kept going and going, just relentless action. And eventually the point where these guys beat each other so much that they both couldn't get up. Rollins came in and they had the big cash in, turned into a triple threat, and that was, well done at the end too. So that match to me was fantastic. I love that match. So definitely that was my match of the night. And I had a good feeling it was going to be good. I really did. But I have to say, I thought the ladder match would be my match of the night going in, but as it turned out, it was the main event. Bashka, what do you think about Sheamus' new look? Do you think he looks good? No, I do not. I think his look is, it's almost ridiculous. It's almost laughable how he looks. I mean, a big ginger mohawk. He's got some fucking things in his beard. I don't know what, it just looks ridiculous. He just looks stupid. But his return as a heel had to be done. Thank God they turned him. I was so over him before. So a new look, it might do the job. I think he comes back, new look, brings out some new moves, has a bit of a new style to him. I don't know, Sheamus could work. I think he could get over it, and I think a Bryan and Sheamus IC title feud, maybe have it a fatal four-way, Bryan, Ziggler, Bad News Barrett, and Sheamus. I think that'd be pretty cool to watch. I'd be down to see that, so I'd be fine. I think Sheamus, I'm glad they didn't throw him into the main event scene because I don't think it would have worked. I think what he's doing right now is the perfect fit for him, and to come after the fan favourites of Bryan and Ziggler is the way to go to get heat. It worked. New look, yeah, I don't know about that, but his return overall was well done. Today's final question comes from PTW Animations. What do you think about Brock Lesnar re-signing with the WWE? Obviously, that happened on SportsCenter earlier on last week. I'm just happy. I'm happy to see him back in the WWE. We really needed him in there. If we lost Lesnar, man, that would be losing such a lot of credibility. And Lesnar is a star. He is probably one of two only legitimate superstars they have on the show, he and Cena. Lesnar's the man. His match at WrestleMania was fantastic. What he did tonight on Raw was great. He adds a lot. He's a part-timer, yes, but he is an attraction. He's a main event attraction at this point. He's like the Undertaker. He's an attraction. So when he's on, you got to tune in. So I'm very happy to see Lesnar stick around with the WWE. I don't care if it's on a part-time schedule. I will say I'm glad that they took the belt off him because I was a little bored, a little over, I should say, not having the title on all the time. So I'm happy they got the belt away from him. And I think Lesnar still has a lot to offer, and I would still want to see Randy Orton versus Brock Lesnar, and now I want to see Rollins and Lesnar as well, and maybe even Reigns and Lesnar again down the line. So plenty that they can do with Lesnar still. He still has plenty to offer, and I think Brock Lesnar in the WWE is the right fit. And for Brock personally, it makes a lot more sense. You're getting paid millions of dollars to come in, you work 4 or 5 matches a year, the schedule's easy. You're getting paid big money. You don't have to do all the physicality that UFC provides. It's just a smart business decision. And for his health, for his body, he's already had so many health concerns. Enjoy it. You're a star. You're getting paid like a star. You're working like a star. Just enjoy it, And I think he is. I think he's enjoying the lifestyle now. And I think that the WWE and Brock Lesnar, they're just a right fit. So that will do it for today's edition of Let's Talk Tuesday, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please do leave a like on the video. Make sure you subscribe to see more Let's Talk Tuesday videos coming up real soon. As well as that, if you want to leave a question for next week's episode, please do so by leaving a comment in the comment section down below. You can also leave a question on the BrendenPlayz forum at brendenplayz.com/forums, and you can see the link to the direct Let's Talk Tuesdays thread in the description down below. So guys, keep the questions coming in. We had a lot of questions this week. I appreciate that, and I really appreciate you guys supporting Let's Talk Tuesdays, and I'm hoping to kind of make it even bigger and better in the future. I hope you guys have been digging it, and I certainly have been enjoying it. Had a great time WrestleMania. Once again, thanks to everyone who came out for the WrestleMania chat. I will be doing the same thing for Extreme Rules, and at the chat for WrestleMania, we only had a limit of 20 on the chat. I did upgrade it to 50, but the upgrade didn't come in time. But for Extreme Rules, we will be doing a big live chat again. So get on the forums, get used to how the forums works, and we'll have a big chat for all the pay-per-views. And we also do a chat for Raw every week as well. So if you're interested in coming on and having a live discussion, it's always good to to kind of interact with other people, get some ideas, and bounce back and forth and share your opinions with other people, you can do that live whilst Raw and the pay-per-views are on, and everyone's on all the time anyway. So good way to go and do that. Cheap plug out of the way, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you all next Tuesday.